Hey y'all, what's going on, man? Cali Pooh Bear, what you doing? Yo, hey, first off, man, what are you? Let me get my other ear going. I'm trying to speak to everybody and type all of this. I can't even type all of this because there's too many of y'all coming in here. What y'all doing up this time of morning? My goodness. Hey Tammy. Hey Latanya. Uh Warning Scottum. Miss April Showers was the first one up in here. We just trying to help Sister T Jones get everything figured out this morning. Uh, I'm gonna stretch my day out a little bit and go. I'm gonna go make me another cup of coffee, y'all. Uh, I usually don't do this, but I'm probably gonna be doing this one with the cam off. So, because it ain't typical live time for us, for me. I'm doing this so I can get T Jones up in here because she trying to figure out some things and some stuff. And when she get over here, I'm gonna bring her up. So, hey, y'all, I don't know it all. I am figuring it out as I go. Anybody who follow our channel know that my wife is the technical person who handle all of this type stuff. So I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna help where I can. Okay, Tammy says she on night shift this month, off on day, just up looking crazy. I know how that go, Tammy. And Pooh Bear said, baby formula, not the baby formula, they threw away. Oh my goodness. Throwing baby, child. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, there go T Jones. T Jones, let me see if I can drop a link so I can let you come up so you can ask whatever you need to ask. Think I'm doing this right. I ain't did this in a while. Hold on. No, I'm messing up. Hold on, y'all. Let me see here. Go to clipboard, copy. Okay. Now, huh. My goodness, thousands of pounds of formula. Bougie, what's up, sis? Boy, y'all night owls is something else. I'm try to do this, huh? Let's see, copy link again. Copying this link to the clipboard. And now, I'm gonna go over here. See if I. Y'all, my wife usually do all of this. I'm gonna try and see because we gonna help T Jones out. I just don't know how to do it by myself. Baby, can you help me? Drop a link. I want to invite. I want to copy. Copy. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to help. Hold on, y'all. I'm still here, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all here? I'm here. Okay, I dropped the link. So, boy, it's a bunch of y'all up late. I dropped the link. So, T Jones, if you still in here, I think you in here. You can come on up. I can bring you up, and you can ask what you need to ask. As far as you click on it, you click on that link in your like what Safari, or if you got Apple or Microsoft or whatever you got, and I know microform all these West Coast people. They up late. You see Callie in here sifting some soil up. Okay, there go T Jones at the stream. T Jones, can you hear me?
Hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good, good. How you doing this morning?
I am just glad to thank everybody.
Okay, you kind of breaking up a little bit.
Am I breaking up?
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Might have to get in one spot where you can.
I am fine. Oh, I don't know. Good. A little better now.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's good. That's good. Say something else.
Um, I don't know what to say.
Okay, you clear for a minute, then you chop up for a minute.
Okay, well,
But either
you know what? That's the
okay, there you
iPhone.
go. There you go. You good now. You good
Yeah,
now.
I
Wherever you.
picked it up and just put it to my mouth.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better than the speaker. Yeah. So what was you trying to get figured out now?
I everything. It's gonna take a minute. It's not gonna be overnight. I just hit the live button and just was I wasn't expecting nobody to be up
Yeah.
this late. But this is
Right.
this is your time. What time is it there?
It is 9:51 a.m.
Uh I hope 12. Thank you, 12 Bell. Thank you, Latanya.
Yeah, 12 in here, sifting some soil in here. Miss April Shower still in here. Tammy
Thank you.
working overnight.
Thank you, Miss African April Dreaming
You
for
welcome. You very welcome. Mike's Chaotic Garden. What's going on, Mike? Micro farm here. So you got plenty of people. You got a support system. You got folk who gon' help you out with whatever we know. You know, that's what we do over here. Bougie Prepper, 12 Veils. Hope I ain't missing nobody. But yeah, that's what we do. We chip in and everybody throw in a little bit and we get stuff figured out so we can work together. Now, was you just on YouTube or were you on StreamYard?
I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I can tell you this. I'm not paying YouTube for anything.
Okay,
So
okay.
I guess it was YouTube. They
Yeah.
they're allowing you to go live without the 1,000 subs and the whole shebang.
Right,
And
right.
I think it didn't used to be that way.
Not well. What it is, T Jones. A lot of people use because they have a free version of an app that's called StreamYard, and when like that's what I'm using right now. So when you see YouTube, when you see content creators bring other people up and have other people on and all of this kind of stuff, what they doing is they are using that app to do this because the YouTube feature itself is to do what you was just doing earlier, and all you can do is have people in the chat and you can talk like you were trying to hear yourself. Like right now I can't hear myself other than me talking, so it ain't really a matter of uh you hearing yourself. It's kind of like the basic way to just either upload a video or go on a live and say what you're gonna say, and then you converse with people through the chat. If that make any sense.
Uh, well, I experienced it, and it didn't make any sense. So, it to
Okay,
me,
that's
well, to me now, I at least I can hear some feedback
uh-huh.
now, as opposed to a second ago, or when I was just trying to do something, uh, just being at home bored, and but let me just say what I'm just want to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead.
YouTube. I kind of took a break a couple of days, Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because um, I just if I support people, I'm not in everybody's whatever they got going on with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of don't want to be a part of that.
Okay.
But
Okay. I understand that.
yet I still want to support the people that I support because the only reason why I'm supporting you is because I admire you.
Oh,
And
well, thank you.
yeah, well, you and others, other content creators. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do. I understand. What's up, Wipe Down TV?
Yeah,
Yes,
don't.
ma'am. I understand.
But I see so much tearing down,
Mm-hmm.
and you just kind of get drawn into it just by you being supporting. Yeah, you know. And if you notice me, African Dreamer, I really don't comment. Uh, every now and then I'll comment, but
True.
most of the time I put up a heart and a praying emoji,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
it might not mean a lot to people that don't know me, but just like the two people that came into my life, 12 Elves and Latanya Wabet,
Mm-hmm.
these are people that been around a minute to know me, but it pretty much that's what I do, you know.
Right. Right. You a good supporter. I always see you in the chat, and you just kind of lay back in the cut. You'll make a comment or two, and uh, here's my position on what you're saying, T. John, because I think I understand exactly what you're saying. Uh, when it comes to the negativity, or when it comes to the I feel like we miss a lot of it because we just flat out we don't fool with it. We just don't deal with it. When I whatever other creators got going on, if it ain't got nothing to do with me, it ain't personal. I don't get in it. We have a motto over here. I don't get in grown folk business. I'm too old. I'm worried about my knees and sometimes my whole right side hurting. So I just most of it go. It's not that I'm uh ignorant to it, but I guess I just don't get drawn in because
You
I ain't got
choose,
enough care.
you choose to mind your business.
Exactly. Exactly. I ain't got no else left to give with regards to any foolishness or mess or none of that. We trying to thrive and live and be happy and raise chickens and mind our own business and share, the parts of our life with y'all that we share with y'all. And it's easy. It's just easy. It's just like second nature. Oh, my bad 12. Yeah, that's my rooster back here. And then the one over on the other side of the hill over there, my rooster, Miss Beasley, and there's about three more roosters over here in this part of the village. They all be talking to each other all day long.
So you talk to your roosters and your chickens and
Yeah, they talk to each other too, loud, all day, all night. But yeah, as far as the mess, I mean, just see it and go on about your business. Cause whatever happened on these YouTube streets, it is what it is. You just, like you said, you choose to. You got to make a conscious decision that if you see something, especially if you ain't involved in it, it's just like a car accident. Yeah, you might rubberneck a little bit, look over and see what's going on, but you got to get to where you going. And
you know what, I do that very well. I, I,
yes, ma'am.
I'm pretty much uh, uh, older than you, and call me old school. Uh, uh, but the thing about it is, who has the 12 else? He does. African dreaming. You got a real rooster, don't you? African dreaming.
Yes, man. I'm here. I just muted a little bit. I'm making me some coffee. Yeah, it's real rooster, real chicken.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's
Mm-hmm.
on another level.
Well,
He,
it's a lot of us, T Jones, that's in this chat right now are preppers or in the 2A community. Some folks are gardeners, some folks are farmers and homesteaders. Micro Farm in here, he dropped a video earlier today. He out there expanding and working on his chicken run. So I mean he got about 30 chicken. Hens. I don't think he got no rooster.
see, one things that really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Things that really matter. Uh, that's why I just kind of ventured over into a whole new setting because
Yes, ma'am.
I started off uh hey, how I even I never liked the computer. I've never liked.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I started off on a TI 90 and
Uh-huh.
off on- and I,
T Jones, you get back on your speaker or you got your phone back up to your mouth or you breaking up again.
I oh, that's why I don't like doing it because it don't seem to be nothing doing.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the late, but I'm not even hear a conversation that I'm having with a person. So I'm not gonna say that it's me or it's me moving because
Yes, ma'am.
I've had this period just
Yes, ma'am.
with
Yeah. Yeah.
so I don't know what it is.
Okay, you good now again. I can hear you pretty good now. It's just I mean, it's just sales reception and service and uh how it go sometimes. Don't let it discourage you though, because you're gonna have issues. Uh Sometimes we go live and we'll be reviewing a live, which I barely look at them most of the time, but you see little choppy spots in it and something done happen. But don't let that be a deterrent. Don't let that discourage you. If you trying to get out here and start doing your lives, start doing your lives. And it's like anything else you do in life. You gonna get better at it as you go along.
Well, you know what? Since I'm supporting and let me say this to everybody. Do you mind African Dreaming?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, T. John. I did
Thank,
this live for you. Yeah, you
thank,
go ahead.
thank everybody that is here right now because your time means way more than any dollar bill or money value. And
Agreed.
you are, I'm telling you, I just, my heart is just overjoyed. You cannot get your time back.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Please
Very true.
believe that you are appreciated. I don't even know you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm talking about your supporters. You know what I'm talking about, African Dreamer?
Yes, ma'am. Well, the reason that is because I don't fool with nobody but good folk. And that's whatever my definition of good people is. If you ain't positive, if you ain't uplifting, if you ain't helping people out, uh, then it's just not the kind of energy that I welcome into my life under any set of circumstances. Uh, Everybody in here has helped me and April, and they didn't help not only our channel, but they've helped each other.
That
Somebody, go ahead, go ahead.
I just want to acknowledge them because it takes time for people to support people. Uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. It takes time out of your day. You could be doing something else. You could say, "Oh," and I just want to say I really, really do. MTGV, hello, love. I was driving.
Hi, MTGVTV.
I was driving and listening to hey, to just to come in there and let you know I was there. But I had my little ones, and a lot of times my little ones cannot listen to, a lot of topics.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
It's and I try to, you know, I have some little ones, and they be asking me questions. I just they be asking me questions. Gigi, what are you listening to, and I have to kind of tune out, you know,
Right. Right.
because I don't want them to really see what's the traumatic, the uh the missing children, mama done killed the kids. You know, they're very
Yes, ma'am.
intelligent. They're very
Uh
intelligent.
huh.
So,
Uh huh.
a lot of times I really, really have to really. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody, and I try to show my support. Uh, it's not about me when I
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah.
If you put
Right.
good content, and if it's something that will help me, I love you. I support you.
I understand. I really get it. I do. I
Thank
do. And I
you
think
so much for having me.
you are very welcome. That's a part of it all, is helping each other, because folk help us. And that's why I'm always sharing people out. We share people out because we couldn't wait to get to that milestone so we could try and do a little bit of what other folk had done for us as we grew and as we growing. And I see G Mama doing, y'all. I'm missing a whole bunch of the chat. Y'all gotta forgive me. But yeah, y'all drop that hashtag BCIAC and T Jones, after this live is over, because I ain't gonna be here too long.
Okay.
Uh, I want y'all to go back, connect with each other while you in here. I know it's hard while you in a live to try and go look at other people's stuff. I understand how that works, but after this live is over, it may take some time for them to put the live chat back up. But go check out all these folks. Take your time, because it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing but good folk over here. And that's another thing. Bouger said something. I can see the chat now. Everything ain't for everybody. There's a lot of people who my content ain't for them. It's some people you definitely don't want to listen on our podcast and most of our lives with, with,
You,
with your babies in the car. I get it. I understand.
exactly. But as far as I'm gonna tell you something. As far as when you talk about some things that you do talk about, I have one. My baby, he loves animals. He loves
Yes,
animals,
ma'am.
and you know, I, I can get him and I cooked the chicken. He asked me, "Gee, is that chicken that that?" And I said, "Yes." He wouldn't eat it. He wouldn't eat it, but he'll eat a McDonald's burger. I mean,
Yeah, because they don't know. I mean, it's a whole different thing. Raising animals and then processing them animals and seeing that whole process, because oh, hey, James Franklin and whoever else I done missed it jumped in the chat. Mike, you been in here. Yeah, James Franklin off in here, y'all. James, drop your hashtag BCIAC so people can find you too. But if you've been seeing McDonald's since you was a baby and all you know of it is food, people rarely see food in its original state. And I know you was talking about meat before I started this live, so we could get on here and talk about some of this stuff. Uh, when and I completely understand you was talking about some of the illnesses people having and this and that. We got Callie in here. Callie raising home livestock and animals. Um, Black Tropical Homestead do it. Micro Farmer do it. Uh, when you see that animal grow and you done fed it its whole life, that's completely different than consuming meat that you ain't had no relationship with. You don't know nothing about. You don't know where it came from. Go ahead.
No, I'm just listening. I'm just saying, absolutely right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So when I go, when, you know, like I like to cook goat on Fridays, and sometimes we'll do a live. Uh, if I didn't see that goat walking around a couple days ago, I know the farmer that it came from because a lot of people in my area, uh, you know, everybody who got land got goats. They got cow. I'm in a farming community. It's goats and cows and chickens walking around all over the place. Uh, so it's a whole different ball game over here, but it comes with the the whole issue of being able and having the stomach for it to process your own animals, to grow your own stuff. And if I grow a whole bunch of corn and for whatever reason our corn fail, well, it's about 20 more people who got corn. We'll trade some off. We'll do this. If I know somebody they finna down a calf or down a cow, well, bro, let me go and catch them oxtails real quick. And then I bring it home and I butcher down the rest of it, So I go some oxtails. But
Man,
but
that's
that come with a
that,
whole. Go
that's
ahead.
water system.
Mm-hmm.
That's what life was grounded on. I mean, as I know it, uh, it was what I didn't have. You have. You was welcome. To what I had, and I grew up. We had a garden. Uh, my granddaddy fed the neighborhood. We had acres of gardens. Uh, he just gave to the neighborhood. You know, but
Yeah.
now
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's a system. Hey, I got a question for you.
Go for it. Go for it.
Why did a lot of the farmers go under?
In my opinion, I just give you the little bit of history I know. It's happened several times. We just gonna talk about U.S. history, but it's happened several times. The last massive period was in the 1950s at the post World War II. So you had hundreds of thousands of vets returning home. I want to say not Eisenhower, LBJ was in office. LBJ initiated the GI Bill and a whole lot of other things to set in motion a set of circumstances that allowed these new vets to be able to purchase homes where they otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford it. So as this happened, they started the whole suburban lifestyle thing because it really didn't exist in America prior to that point. You either lived in the city or you lived in the country, but there wasn't this whole concept of a suburban life. So um this immediate area, we talking about 30 miles outside of town, sometimes 15 miles outside of a major urban area, started being acquired by the people who could afford it. So when that happened, a lot of the farmers, a lot of both black and white, but primarily black, were pushed into the cities and or further out into lands that may not have been hospitable for farming for whatever reason. And there you go. You had a big influx of out of the city, into the city, and out of the country and into the country. These farmlands started to be developed for suburban living versus farmland, and a whole lot of people lost their land. And here we are.
Okay,
Here we are.
okay. Let's come on. You talking about post 50s? Now, let's come on further. Let's
Mm-hmm.
let's come on further. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
up to date. That wasn't the last one. Uh, I don't know the history of it. I do know that a lot of farmers here recently. I'm talking about maybe last
Oh, you talking
20
about
years.
recent?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it maybe the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
uh, where they were getting flushed out
Yes.
because of I think it was the whatever the mortgages, SNL loan, whatever. It was a whole
Mm-hmm.
part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But they couldn't keep up with whatever loan or something they had, and
Yeah.
they had to bow down to the government's. I hope I'm saying this right.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Miss T. And what you saying, you talking about the lack of farm subsidies for it's a whole lot going on right now with black farmers and white farmers
No,
and all of that kind of stuff. Uh they didn't get subsidized the same way that some larger farms got. A lot of larger farms buy over and take over a lot of these small homesteaders and small farmers. And uh you could have 100 acres of soybean, but you in competition with somebody who can afford to sell that same product for a fraction of what it costs you to grow it, harvest it, package it, and then try to get it ready for market. So basically, you just got big fish eating little fish. Period. Just to make it simple,
can,
big
can,
fish eating little fish.
nah, can I? Well, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true that farmers have to agree to only plant the seeds that uh, our government give them or something like that?
It depends. It depends as far as I know, and I'm going off my knowledge base now. It depends, but it also depends on what subsidies they are willing to sign up to receive. Like, let's say you want to be insured for, uh, let's say potatoes. You in Idaho, you a potato grower, and you want to be insured for your whole crop or subsidized for your whole crop. Then you gonna do what they tell you to do, and you gonna grow on with whatever seeds that they tell you to grow with, because you're not independent in the full sense of the word. You're reliant upon the person that's gonna be your insurance, if that makes any sense.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
This is what makes everything is being modified from its natural state.
Say that again, T. John.
Everything is being modified
Yes.
from its natural state.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. That's all I can say is yes.
Everything
Mm-hmm.
is being remade, cloned, uh, imitated, and in
Mm-hmm.
no way, shape, form, or fashion is it
And,
good for us.
and I have absolutely no answer for that other than if it's a big enough deal to you, do the best you can and grow your own, because that's so big that I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to
No,
I don't know how that get rectified. It is very
I,
true what you're saying.
I, I'm,
Go
I'm,
ahead.
I'm not. I, you know what? It's like us in the land of the. You remember,
Mm-hmm.
you remember the little people?
The little people. What is a
The
movie?
movie. Look, they little people walking around. Yeah,
Uh-uh. I don't remember that one.
I don't know why you don't. But that's the reason why a lot
Uh-huh.
of the farmers went under.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They knew that the things were being modified and changed. They refused to go along with it.
I don't doubt that one bit.
They was true to what they was doing. But the only way that they could get bailed out by the government they had to agree to plant they seeds and do it their way.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And that's here recently. And
Yes, ma'am.
they crushed a lot of farmers. I mean, it was like they put the squeeze on them. Uh, uh, in, in other words, it was like if a lot of farmers had taken hits, with the drought or with a freeze or something like that, and they crop got destroyed or whatever, and they didn't make no money. Okay, so then the next thing they might have to go and get a loan to kind of make it through. Damn, it was all a setup.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see nothing that's not manipulated or I'm trying to look at the chat again. Frank James Franklin say G Mama. Let me go look. Yeah,
Watermelon.
yeah.
Seedless
Yeah,
watermelon. There you go.
yeah,
With Jay.
yeah, yeah. What you gonna do with that? I don't personally want nothing that I don't, and that's something else. A whole bunch of folks up they'll be hungry for a couple weeks and go grow their own food over here. I mean, people over here are not real big on buying stuff that ain't got no. That's why it doesn't do well over here. It really don't, like a whole lot of the
That don't
GMO, a whole
have
lot of the seedless stuff. People over here ain't. No, 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 no.
the seeds is what replenish it. But now
Mm-hmm.
we got seedless watermelon, seedless grapes.
Seedless seeds, because some of the seeds you get here, they don't. If you don't grow them the right way with the right kind of fertilizer, you ain't gonna get nothing out of them either. So here, you got seedless seeds. If
That,
you think about it.
thank you. We done got to the root. African dreaming is a lot of things that I can talk about that I've held it in. I am
Yes,
not.
ma'am.
I'm not. Thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
the
oh,
and
you ain't
for
crazy.
the love.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't know how to put it to where people will understand what I'm
Yes,
saying.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's the reason why farm went under. It was
That's a big part of it. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
it
ma'am.
was to crush them to where they had no outlet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jamaicians, how y'all doing? And sifting some soil. My girl Mona in here, Texas up in here tonight, boy. Uh, you right. It was a whole lot of different factors and variables that went into it, but you know, uh, j- just because your vision blurry or you can't prove something outright, don't mean that that ain't the case. That don't mean that that ain't the
No,
circumstances that you
no,
see right in front of you. Yeah.
no. This is the thing. This is the thing. You have to God the head of whatever you do, because whatever man got planned for you, if it's not God, it won't happen. I hear Big Rooster.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them over here. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself. You go ahead and finish talking. Keep
No, no,
talking.
no, no. I hear him. And what time is it over there?
It's 10:23. Contrary to popular belief, roosters are never quiet. It don't. It ain't first thing in the morning. It ain't first thing at night. It's all. It's whenever they feel like hollering. Period. Period. But go ahead and finish your thought, T.
That's
John.
what got me in shock. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
used to hear roosters like maybe 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-mm. Roosters holler all day, all night, especially when they got other roosters to holler at. If they can hear another rooster in earshot, it's just like dogs barking in the neighborhood. You ever heard one dog start barking like, "Hey, what you doing over there?" "Oh, I just ate." "Oh yeah, what you eat?" "Yeah, we have some potatoes." they just go back and forth and they holler all day, all night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whenever they feel like uh going. Jamaican said they never quiet, and she know they farming too. They out here doing
This
their thing. They over here in East Africa.
this is an educational thing for me, and I'm loving it. I
Well,
grew
good.
I grew up with roosters, and I promise you, the only time that they would was about
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Huh. Well, may it depend on your breed, I guess. The African roosters, they they
They
about that
most
life.
well, say I'm just gonna say that
Yes, ma'am.
this is for humankind. This is for mankind. Period. We all bleed the same. We made up the same. We all God's children. Uh, I just think we, as the life that we have been programmed to believe, is so wrong.
I agree, 100%, 100%. And to add on to that, I'll say that. Oh, hey, what's going on? OGG and C growing your own groceries. Good to see y'all up in here. Boy, y'all some night owls. Y'all kind of deep in here too, boy. I wasn't looking for this. What's up, Wally?
I'm
Uh,
glad because this is education.
yes, ma'am. I'm welcome to the community. Let me say that too, because this is what you're gonna get over here, and these are kind of conversations you're gonna hear, and these are kind of people that I rock with. But as far as what you said, I'll add on to it a little bit by saying that society, that's what society does. Uh by the time you born with it, I know you I try to acknowledge you as an elder because you're a little bit older than myself. But for your age group, for your parents' age group, on down the line, here's the way it work in the real world. Um, we cultivate it. We born into a world that already exists, has been cultivated and curated for us to accept certain things, to deny others, even realities that are often set right in front of our eyes, right in front of our face that are undeniable. We are cultivated and fixed to sit and accept those things. So if you got 1 million people and only 100,000 people say, man, why the hell ain't this watermelon got no seeds in it? Why this cucumber? How can you even grow a cucumber ain't got no seeds in it? How can you do this and how can you do that? If it only bother 100,000 people, then I believe in coming to grips with and accepting that by the next generation you're gonna have 2 million people that don't care. It don't bother them. They don't know nothing different. That's the world they were born into. And I don't know how you fix that other than find your village, find the people who believe like
No,
you believe, feel
no,
like how. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. I have been conflicted all my life. I, it, I'm just now seeing the things come out that somehow God blessed me with the mentality back then.
Mm-hmm.
I suppressed it and hurt it within
Mm-hmm.
because to other people it seemed like I was crazy. Oh, what is she talking about? Oh, it gives me joy. If you just hold on, if you just
Mm-hmm.
if you just hold on, if you just hold on, don't give up. And I just want to say this: this is education.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad you're benefiting from it.
Wow, I am glad that I even found y'all community. It gives me such peace, even though I don't say anything and don't comment. I'm listening.
Yes, ma'am. Well, don't feel alone no more. Don't feel alone. You are not alone. You're not crazy. Um, it's levels with it and scales. It's a spectrum. I mean, some people a little bit more hardcore with it than others, and some people on the softer end of the spectrum. But you know, if you walk outside and it's cloudy and the sidewalk wet, then chances are it's probably been raining a little bit. And if you hear thunder and you smell that ozone in the air, like them East Texas thunderstorms, guess what? You probably not wrong. It's probably finna rain. So how certain people, and that's their business. I don't get in grown folk business. I don't care. I'm focused on the ones who focus
No,
like
no,
how I'm focused.
we're not
Uh,
talking about anybody in particular. We're talking
yeah,
about
of course.
the dynamic uh,
Mm-hmm.
of life and the different things in life.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
this has, I mean, this has nothing to do with an individual.
Not at all. I wasn't even talking about one.
It,
That never even crossed my mind. No, I'm talking about in general.
just like I'm
Just
here,
in general.
just like I'm hearing them roosters just go to town, just go to town. And, and I had to ask you, uh, what time is it there? Uh,
Now it's ten
no,
thirty in
no,
the morning.
I'm talking about a while ago.
Oh, earlier. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it had to come to my attention. I'm like, well, what time is it there? And then I had to explain to you. The only time I used to hear roosters was by 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Matter of fact, they used to say that's what woke you up in the morning.
Yeah, sometimes I get up before them. Yeah, they used to, and I guess certain breeds, because when I was little, and I'd be out in the country, we spend the night out there. They would go ham, they would go hard early in the morning, but I don't know if it's just a breed variation or whatever. But over here, it's all day, every day. They never. They might be quiet for a few hours, but they gonna be calling out and clucking and hollering and talking to other roosts. Somebody put in the chat earlier, rooster chat. Yeah, they be having their own chat. But I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes. I want everybody in here to make sure they share their link. Put that hashtag BCIAC. T Jones, welcome to the community. Welcome to the family. You in here, y'all make sure y'all check out the Jamaican. Stay in the chat. That's another family that's over here in East Africa in the same area roughly as us. And they doing their thing. They doing their thing. So y'all make sure y'all check them out too. Um, but T, you got any other questions? Cause we're gonna talk out the last 10, 11 minutes or so. But
No, I just got some things to point out. I grew up with gardening, chickens, uh, roosters, and all that kind of thing. The most that I get to pick was
yes, ma'am.
okra.
Okay, okay. Karibu sana. Habari ya asubuhi. Karibu. Sawa. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss T. John.
Uh, they used to have some little thorns, some little things that would get stuck in your fingers. Felt like splinters.
Mm-hmm.
Felt like they were splinters.
Like sticker bug, kind of.
Yeah, like splinters or something like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Somebody put a comment here in the comment section too, saying that the meat ain't it's getting cloned, and yeah, the meat getting cloned, and I want to say about maybe 7, 8 years ago, uh, and I don't like to pick on people. They buy what they afford or what they know. Uh, I think Walmart and a few other. Well, let me not say no company names. Scratch that.
Yeah.
Some of these grocers, because of trade deals or whatever, if you go, let's just use ground meat for an example. You can buy some ground meat and it's got 5 different countries that meat could have potentially came from. Everything from Ecuador to Guatemala to the Philippines to, and it's everything. It's a whole lot of the fish that we consume is farm raised fish. Uh, so that ain't even wild caught fish no more. And then that did two things. Now you're getting farm raised fish that you don't know how the fish was treated or raised, and then they want to charge you an extra $17 for some fish that's actually caught in the wild. What is that about?
It
Ain't
goes.
that crazy?
No, it goes back. Like I said, this is educational. It goes to me telling you a lot of foods were modified,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
and this is everything that we consume.
Yes, ma'am.
I was a truck driver. Now tell me how this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to Houston and pick up some water, bottled water,
Mm-hmm.
and bring it to Dallas. Then I would pick up some bottled water from Dallas and take it to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I used to ask myself? What kind of sense does this?
Absolutely none.
And then I tell myself they must be putting this kind of special water here for a special purpose. It makes no sense. It
Well, not only that, T. John. I mean, and that could be a factor as well, but also give consideration to the fact that uh the game is rigged and we ain't in it.
thank you.
We ain't in it. It
Thank
ain't got nothing to do with us. It ain't about making sense. It's not
thank
about logic. It's not about practical economics. It's about this company wants you to send some water from Houston to Dallas because somebody made a whole bunch of money off of it. That next load that went back down to Houston is going back to Houston because somebody who we don't know made a whole bunch of money off of it. So it ain't even got to make sense.
hello,
Yeah, it just is what it is. We
hello.
are not a part of this
We-
system. The
I
people who own and operate and run the world, they could care less. Money, follow the money.
thank you. You summed it up. Thank you, Al.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's just my opinion now, but I'm glad you in agreement with me. Somebody
Okay.
said, "What? Oh, this it's Kiswahili." Thank you, Jamaican. Go ahead, Miss T.
I just want to say thank you and thank your supporters and everything for somebody being on a level about something other than nonsense.
Oh, well, we appreciate that. I thank you as well.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
This conversation just was very soothing to me, and I'll be joining you a lot more. But I wasn't able to read the comments because I was so intrigued in the comment in the conversation and listening
Mm-hmm.
to what you was saying. You know, sometimes you have to choose your words wisely.
Of
Uh,
course.
you know, they're censoring everything that we're saying.
Always.
Freedom of speech is not freedom of speech anymore.
Very true. Very true.
I mean,
Yes, ma'am.
it don't have nothing to do.
Say that again, Miss T. You broke up a little bit.
I'm sorry. Can I say bird flu?
Oh, go ahead. I don't care.
I mean, is that allowed on YouTube? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you said it now, so we know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Ain't gonna hurt nothing.
On that note, I mean that that's been long years ago. Uh, you know when our Oprah was fighting it. But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
history usually repeats itself.
Every day.
And then
Every day.
I just want to just say this here and I'm done. When you break the
Go
word
ahead.
history down, it's his story.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on who's telling it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the nobody hear the story of the gazelle or the antelope. Only people who the victors tell the story. The victors make history. The victors, you know, don't nobody know what the gazelle went through because the lion, the one that's left. So I agree with you 100%. And I'll say this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, well, what I'm saying is the spoils go to the victor. What I mean by that analogy is the
So what thing?
lions eat gazelles, so nobody understand the gazelle side of the story. You only get what the lion tells you because the lion is the one who's left alive
Who
after
left
the
the back?
confrontation. Exactly.
So the gazelle was an animal?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Never
an animal.
never heard of it.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's it.
that's what how do you spell it? Because I'm gonna look it up and then we gonna be out of here. Like I said, education. Just to tell me how to spell it and I'm gonna research it. Because
I,
I don't
I,
mind
I, I think it's Gazelle.
that's how
Gazelle.
I envision it. That's how
Okay.
but you know what? I don't mind
Yeah.
saying that I don't know something.
That's how we learn.
Okay.
That is how we learn. And as far as that last part about censorship, I see 12 put something in here. Uh, you know, and this I'm gonna say this in closing. And T John, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. It was good talking with you, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna get out of here too, cause we got things and stuff to go do. But it was good talking with you, T John. Um, we privacy is over with. Really, privacy ain't been around about 15, 20 years. There's no such thing. It just it don't exist, in my opinion. And I won't even get into the reasons why I feel as strongly that way as I do. You have some levels of privacy that you may still be able to encompass and or preserve to a limited degree. But overall privacy, the reason it hit us the way it hit us is because we are in the last generation that remembers the before time and the long, long ago. Um, that's just that it is what it is. So, like I said with my analogy and my example earlier, one generation, two generation from now, they won't even know what that was like. They don't know, will never, and no fault of their own. You can't control when you're born, but they will never know what rotary phones was like. They will never know to not have to swipe a card for extra discount or 5 cents off of gas when you go go to the grocery store. They won't know about, did I say rotary phones? They won't know about having to remember people's phone numbers and using the yellow pages and all of these things that were just natural at the time, but it came with a certain level of anonymity that we were once afforded that no longer exists. Uh, being on this platform, being on any other platform, hell, just everyday life. I was born in a time you can make it in the world without email. You can't sign your kids up school without a doggone email. You can't get a job without an email. You ain't hand jamming nothing no more. You ain't got to go in to fill out no more applications. So that's what I mean. Privacy is what it is. It was what it was, but we're gonna keep pushing. T Jones, I hope this conversation helped you out. I hope you connected with some good people who can be of benefit to you in the future. Uh, y'all catch us live tomorrow. Um, Tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning for y'all, Tuesday night for us, and we got a video dropping later today. So y'all make sure y'all slide on over and check that out as well. And like we always say, until next time, y'all know what we gonna be over here doing. Being country in another country. Peace. Holla.